You are listening to a True North Eager Beaver Media Podcast. The True North Eager Beaver podcasts are proudly brought to you by our founding sponsors, the Miss V Mysteries from Corvid Moon Publishing, your source for science fiction, fantasy, and cozy mysteries featuring a broad diversity of characters. CanadianTarot.com, your uniquely Canadian online eclectic tarot community and forum, and the Pepper Master, hot pepper sauces made from fresh farm ingredients to thrill your taste buds and expand your mind.
Well, good morning and welcome. Bonjour les kitties and cubbies, and welcome to Season 3 and episode number 116 of the Daily Beaver Morning Show here on the Crier Media Network. Today, recording day is Tuesday, May 9th, 2023, and though it is a tad bit of a chillier morning here at the Beaver Lodge, it should be sunny and 15 later on today, which should be perfect weather for my tennis lesson later this morning. Yes, kiddies, I have gotten tired of getting my butt handed back to me, making the same damn mistakes I've been making for a year and a half, so I decided to go get some coaching. I decided to shell out the bucks to get better. I'm your host, the Eager Beaver, pronouns he, him, he, Mr. Beaver, eh? And with me, as always, is my dear friend, Mr. Grizzly. And today, especially for rain, we are the Sillies.
Hey, huh?
That's what she called us. Look.
Rain. Oh, sorry, rain.
I put
Yeah,
them
okay.
all up on the board yesterday, so you got all the little things and you got the drawing.
I was confused.
Yes,
When you said for rain, we're sillies, huh?
Yes.
Rain, plural.
Yes. Rain with an E.
Yes.
Yes, I was looking more at the drawing yesterday evening, and it clearly is both of us. And you, sir, have your beard and a jaunty chapeau, and I have my queen beaver crown and my sash, and we are just sitting on a wall having a lovely conversation. So, yes, we are the Sillies. And thank you, Kit Linda. Quite the rakish ponytail on Mr. Beaver today. Yeah. Let's just say I was not having a cooperative hair day, so I decided to do what I could. Because we must have fashion. Of course, a big thank you goes to our podcast's founding sponsors, the Pepper Master, the Miss V Mysteries from Corvid Moon Publishing, and CanadianTarot.com. We have a Tuesday morning bite for you, but first, the most important thing that we do is say hello to our good pal, Mr. Grizzly, and ask, how's your mental health today, sir?
Well, good morning, Mr. Beaver. I think I'm okay.
No,
I'm just
that's not bad.
Yeah, I'm. You know what it is, right? My allergies are really acting up, so my eyes are itchy, watery constantly. So, which is, not pleasant, and that can affect one's mood and one's mental health as well. But I think right now I'm just tired. Not getting the sleep that I normally would because of the allergies.
Mhm,
My monitor just went out. Let me see if I can fix it here.
mhm.
I can't see anything right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's been a pretty bad season this year from all reports. Yeah, I feel your discomfort.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's discomfort, and you're trying to be pleasant and happy and cooperative with everybody in your life, but it's like you just have no patience for anything,
Mhm,
which is kind of what it boils down to. So it's like it's a pseudo mental health related issue because it can affect your mental health in a multitude of ways. So I mean, I'm doing my best to be bright eyed, bushy tailed, and upbeat, but I'm just exhausted because
mhm.
you're not sleeping well, and combine it with feeling irritable all day long. It doesn't, it's difficult. It's
Yep.
difficult.
As a chronic insomniac, I empathize.
Yeah.
Fortunately, tonight I'm going to the sleep lab, which brings a programming note because I'm not just going to sleep, but they are keeping me all day tomorrow until 5 and
Oh,
trying to make me sleep every 2 hours to see what happens.
okay.
So I'm going to be there from 9 tonight till 5 tomorrow,
5 p.m.
5 p.m.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
So,
you'll
well,
be solo tomorrow, or we'll rebroadcast an interview or something.
I'll jump on solo for a few minutes from the office. I have to be in the office at 7 a.m. tomorrow and the following day, so I'll just do some quick hits from there,
Okay.
and I'll set us up for a proper show on Wednesday. Wednesday, yeah. What is today? Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday. Yeah. So proper show on Thursday.
Thursday, yeah, and a short little nibble tomorrow morning. So
Mm.
I'm very confused. You see, I don't know what time or day it is.
Don't worry, my friend. I'm right with you. I'm so easily confused. It doesn't take much. And ew, do we have stuff? Oy. Okay.
I got
Um,
I got a quick hit for you.
okay. Go ahead before I go to headlines.
Yeah, we'll get to the headlines right after this. This is I got this from Nate, our
Hmm.
friend Nate at the Breakdown. He reposted this, and I'll post it now. I'll put it on
I
the
think
screen
I
and
know
I'll
what
read
this
it.
is.
I
Yeah.
am so disappointed in our communities. I live in Drayton. Ever since we were evacuated, the amount of utter bullshit I've seen in the form of comments over social media makes me both sad and anxious. It's been 4 days and people are losing their minds. People are insisting that there's either no fire, that the fire is no longer a threat. Their proof being the feed from a cousin's, friend's, uncle's security camera that only points in one direction. There's a group of people currently trying to organize another dumb effing convoy to push past the barricades and get back into town. They can't stop us all. Every update made by the town or county is inundated with comments stating that the fires are an NDP campaign strategy or that it's an authoritarian land grab or that it's meant to push people into 15-minute cities. For every person being supportive and logical, there are three or four more batshit insane. The day after we evacuated, a CBC reporter posted on a community Facebook page asking politely if anybody wanted to do an interview. The amount of vitriol thrown at the poor woman was unbelievable. Rude, crass, completely unfounded insults hurled at her because she works for, in quotation marks, Trudeau's mouthpiece. I'm so disappointed in my community. I have lived in Drayton Valley long enough to be aware of how it leans politically, and I expected some of this, but the volume and intensity is so disheartening. I thought in times of crisis we could come together. I'm an idiot, apparently. I didn't learn anything from COVID. I've been talking to some friends who evacuated from Edson, and they said it's much of the same thing on their community social media. Conspiracy theories, batshit insane reasoning, unfounded hostility, not to mention the rampant misinformation. I can't even say I thought we were better than this because deep down, I guess I knew we weren't. It's so disappointing that when we are facing the worst, it only brings out the worst in so many.
Yep. And that's something I wanted to mention yesterday on the show where we were talking, and I wanted to say not only that, but yeah, they are like promoting this as like an NDP is deliberately setting fires, and then we never got into it because we're chatty. But this is ridiculous.
It's beyond ridiculous. I mean, The fires aren't real is the next demand, right? They're not real. Oh, the smoke? No, that's
Yeah, just deal it. That's the vital CO2 that everybody needs to just live. Inhale it deeply.
chemtrails. It's chemtrails. It's
Chemtrails, and while you're at it, why not chew on a couple of Tide Pods?
Jesus Christ, people. Please, 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 please make it rain chlorpromazine all over the province of Alberta and Ontario for that
If
matter.
this is not a reason for regulation of the internet, I'm
C11.
sorry, like this, but the biggest set of forest fires, wildfires, like in recent memory, there's over 1 million acres that have been burned.
Mhm.
30,000 people are evacuated at the moment.
I think it's is it 30,000 or 40? I think it's
It could be 40 now. I mean, at one point I heard 93,000 at one point. I guess a lot of people are allowed to
30,000.
go home. But 30 to 40,000 people are still,
Displaced.
affected or displaced. Danielle Smith, all of a sudden, discovers that Canada has some benefits. She does want to be sovereign today now, is she? She is on the phone with the Prime Minister, actually calling him Prime Minister Trudeau.
Yes, I noticed
While
that.
dealing with the media, not just Justin or Trudeau, actually using his honorific, and asking for help from the federal government, asking for help from the military, asking for help for other provinces that they're quite happy in other circumstances to just let freeze in the dark, especially the eastern ones. Firefighters from Ontario, from Quebec, from BC are there. There's about 200 on the ground. They're asking for about 1,000 total. They've got other firefighters from Nova Scotia, from New Brunswick, some of those eastern province that have the bastards that are supposed to be freezing in the dark, to come in and help cool things down. And this whole thing about blaming the NDP. It's like, what political party in their right mind would deliberately set wildfires in order to win? I mean, how far gone mentally that you're accusing other political parties of attempted mass murder?
It's just beyond.
Like in the first week of an election, there's no good time, but right in the first week.
Yeah.
And if it isn't in the NDP, then it's wokeism, right?
Yeah,
Because there were 3 women that were part of a team doing a controlled burn at one point, and then the winds shifted unexpectedly, and then something happened. Of course, that little fire was contained pretty much very quickly, but all of it is the fault of 3 women, and the whole wildfire is because we decided to have these 3 women do a controlled burn. Clearly, they didn't know what they were doing, because if they had 3 men doing that controlled burn, well, 3 men who got there on merit, of course, then there never would have been wildfire. If only we had 3 men setting those controlled burns, Rachel Notley would not have personally set those wildfires in order to win an election.
Somebody's going to clip that, right? Somebody will clip that and say, look, see, the left admitted to it. We're not the left. We're not reporters. We're not journalists. We're 2 concerned Canadian fellas who want to get proper, truthful, factual information to the public.
We are the reasonable. The reasonable.
They're being unreasonable. As unreasonable as possible right now. It's beyond ridiculous.
And Smith is now asking even for volunteer support. Quote, anyone who is trained and qualified in firefighting who would like to be and would be willing to volunteer. Please come on. It's even on CNN. This is a challenging time as fires may continue on for several months. So if we can use the resources that were already here from people who are able to help, we want to be open to doing that. We want to be open to be able to use the resources that are here. Like, what? If you got nothing to say nothing.
Nothing. I got nothing. I've got nothing to say to that.
Seriously. What's it? And then, so it was like, not only did we have the, well, looky here at who all of a sudden likes Canada and sees some benefit to it. Right? There was not only that. Oh, no. Check out this picture, Mr. Grizzly. And here's her She said right here. I'm going to blow it up a bit here.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I had a very productive call this morning with Prime Minister Trudeau. Alberta has requested assistance from the federal government to deal with the devastating wildfires. Prime Minister Trudeau assured me that Canada would be there to support Alberta in any possible way. Alberta has sent a letter outlining a request for assistance from Public Safety Minister Mike Ellis to Ministers Blair and Mendocino. Now, I do not know if you can see it very clearly in this photo because it's smaller, but you see the look on her face?
Mm-hmm.
If I was a PR guy, I would not have put out that photo.
No.
She does not look like she's working hard here.
No.
She looks like she is in over her head. This picture screams, help. I have no freaking clue what it is that I am doing. And I need you to come in here to save me. Please send the military. And now, if I'm not mistaken, this is now the second time in the past few years that Alberta has called Ottawa to ask them to send in some military help. I believe the last time was with, what was it? Hold on, let me pull a Danielle. What if it was Coots?
The Coots border blockade. Yes. Interesting.
The thing that she hoped, the thing that she declared was a win.
Yeah.
Amazing how they love us when they need us.
Mm-hmm.
Fair weather
funny how that
premiers.
works.
Fair weather citizens.
Mm-hmm.
And then they wrap themselves in the flag and call themselves patriots.
But you know what? I don't think it's the vast majority of Albertans. I think it's just their political leaders that have an axe to grind. Yeah.
It's the loudmouths and the grifters and the assholes that they choose to represent them.
Mm-hmm.
She has no clue what she's doing.
No.
She has no clue what she's doing right now.
And it's going to cost lives. It's already cost. It's already, well, I don't know what the damage in billions are, but a lot of homes have already been razed completely. So
she is frazzled in that picture, and Rob Anderson sitting across doesn't seem like he's got much for her.
Mm-hmm.
The Danielle Whisperer.
Well, I think this is a pretty good statement from Rhee. She wants the power, but not the responsibility.
I compare Danielle Smith to Denethor in Lord of the Rings. Yep.
I don't know who that is, but sure. But she wants the power, but not the responsibility that comes with it. And what's the line from Spider-Man? With great power comes great responsibility.
And she doesn't want it. And that wasn't it for her.
Thanks, Daniel.
I was going to say, anyway, I almost let the C word come out. The premier,
tree.
The premier who seems hell bent to take the O out of country, also decided that she needed to clarify again. Mr. Grizzly, if you would, please, I am getting tired of her.
Getting tired.
Statement from the premier, also not on letterhead.
Yeah.
So, allegedly, statement from the premier.
Mm-hmm.
As everyone knows, I was against the use of vaccine mandates during COVID. However, the horrors of the Holocaust are without precedent, and no one should make any modern-day comparisons that minimize the experience of the Holocaust and suffering under Hitler, nor the sacrifice of our veterans. And that is why I decided that one year I was not going to wear poppies because the federal government ruined them for me and decided to make a big political statement of me not wearing poppies, showing that I am completely, totally unfit for this job because I am a fair weather patriot that is willing to punish our veterans by encouraging people not to buy poppies on Veterans Day because the federal government hurt my fifis.
That's paraphrasing, but yeah.
And that's why I said a few months ago that nobody in my lifetime has suffered more than the unvaccinated. Of course, the Holocaust happened before I was born, so. But, of course, I forgot about residential schools and gay people and black people and trans. But it doesn't matter. I'm clarifying now. I have now seen the light. I have always, back to the statement, I have always been and remain a friend to the Jewish community, Israel, and our veterans, and that's why I did those things. because I'm a friend. Well, friends like you, woman. I'm sorry. And I apologize for any offensive language used regarding this issue made while on talk radio or podcast during my previous career when I had no other life and I was doing whatever I did, working my street corner to self-aggrandize myself.
Well, she did work
Because I have
in
no other
radio.
skills.
She worked in radio for a long time, and what was the name of the station she worked at? Oh, I remember. It was CUNT Country Radio.
COVID was a divisive and painful period for so many, including myself, but is thankfully now over. I would hope that we can all move on and not talk about the embarrassing things I've done for the last 6 years of my life. Sorry, I hope we could all move on to talk about issues that currently matter to Albertans and their families. No.
No, we're not moving on.
Hold on. No. Let me check with the True North Eager Beaver BS Detector 3000.
Okay, I'm sure it's going to go right off the scale on this one.
Computer says no.
Yeah, it says no. Yeah. Yeah.
No, we're not moving on. No, you're not forgiven. No. You took veterans hostage. No.
You know what
No,
she's
you
good
thought
at?
it was a good look then. You
She's-
went on talk radio. You went on videos like this. You self-promoted. You aggrandized yourself. You thought it was a good... No. You don't get forgiven now. And no, we don't get to move on now.
No.
You wear this. You did it. You wear it. Personal responsibility. Get the fuck out of here with your bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm just...
Yeah, no, I hear you. Go off, brother. Go off.
What the hell makes you think you deserve us moving on? What have you done? What have you done? Name one thing you've done to warrant us taking a sponge and passing it right over all the bullshit that you've done for clicks and likes and power and funds. Fuck right off. I'm sorry. No.
No, you're
Get the
absolutely right.
hell out of here. Stop treating us like we're stupid.
Yeah.
Stop treating us like we're stupid. Find a hole, go in it, and stay there. I'm sorry. I'm tired of her.
Oh, no, I hear you. And it's very typical of the extreme reform-ish-ers. They don't be upset over what I said when I said it, even though I didn't mean it, but I meant it. What? It's doublespeak. And again, they think we don't have access to the internet. They seem to not realize that Google is a thing and that everything is recorded everywhere all the time, and that we can bring it up anytime we choose to say, but you said this. Well, I didn't mean it when I said it. Then why did you say it? Why did you say it if you didn't mean it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was misunderstood. What was misunderstood about what you said?
Mm-hmm. And not only what was misunderstood, why did you do it? Well, I don't know. No, yeah, you do know. Think. Why did you do it? We see you. Danny, we see you.
Exasperation.
You're accusing fellow citizens of deliberately setting wildfires because of political ideology. Yeah, you haven't jumped a shark. You've jumped a full school of sharks. You've jumped a whole ocean of sharks and dolphins and manatees and seahorses. What the actual fuck?
Well, this is how it began in Germany in the 1920s, when Hitler rose to power over a number of years. Remember, folks, it didn't start with gas chambers. It ended that way. And if you think these folks are any different, look at their rhetoric. Look at the things they're saying.
It's disqualifying.
Well, it is. It is.
It's disqualifying. If you are proud to forego the poppy. If all it takes is somebody saying, hey, you have to get a shot for you to say, hey, this poppy thing, sorry, not into it anymore.
Mhm.
Go home.
Well,
Immigrate. Use your constitutionally guaranteed right to mobility to take your ass out of the country.
Don
If you're
Cherry would
that
make
offended.
hay out of her for that, huh? And as
Huh?
much as I can't stand Don Cherry because he's a racist old dinosaur, he would make hay out of her over that poppy comment,
Oh, yeah.
right?
He'd shred her.
And that's why he lost his job. And there's more to it than that.
Mm-hmm.
That was the straw that broke the camel's back. But all the folks that came to Don Cherry's aid better be piling on her for that comment. I mean it. You either pile on her for that comment or you just show how racist you are. You prove how much of a racist, inbred fuck you are if you don't pile on her just as hard as you did for every person who may be new to this country who's not familiar with the cultural ways of November. If you're not going to pile on her, but you're going to pile on some new person to this country, a new Canadian, an immigrant, somebody who isn't fully familiar with the ways. And by the way, it's a choice whether you want to wear one or not. You're not forced into it because that's called freedom.
They fought for that too.
Yeah, they fought for that too. But if you don't pile on her for her commentary, but you'll pile on that brown fella over there with the turban because he's not wearing one, and I'm just creating a scenario here. You're just proving to the world how much of a racist, inbred asshole you are.
Yeah. Amazing that she didn't call her good friend Ron DeSantis to send over some firefighters. Ask for some free zone help.
Yeah. Well, I wonder
why
what
she didn't use her little Alberta passport and fly down to Maranogo.
Is it the Take Back Alberta people who are accusing the NDP of lighting the fires? I'm just asking questions.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Hold on. Let me get my shocked face.
Yeah, that's about as shocked as I can look too.
These spicy moments brought to you by the Pepper Master's Thai Sauté Cooking and Grilling Sauces. The Pepper Master. Thrill your taste buds in it. Please, Danielle, expand your mind. Maybe we should send her some.
Yes.
Maybe we should send her the Pepper Master gift box, the jewels of fire and ice. So, it's like, yes, do thrill your taste buds, please, but please expand your mind.
And I recommend if you really want to get the spicy, what you do is you take a fingerful of the blazing, what's it called? The blazing sphincter, and apply it directly on your sphincter. And let us know.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
I fell down, down, down. Things went higher, and it burned.
And some of the Canadians are not having that. I am not having Danielle either. Mr. Grizzly.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Danny. You forgot to start off with, quote, after 6 days of waiting plus 30,000 residents evacuated, patients transferred from 2 hospitals plus 400,000 hectares in Alberta burned, I decided to call Ottawa for assistance. And let's not forget also that this assistance was offered 5 or 6 days ago, and first she refused it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not so much that she called the Prime Minister asking for help, but more like she said, that thing that you offered a few days ago? Yeah, we're kind of into that now.
Yeah.
If that offer's still available.
Just maybe
kind of.
If you want to, give us a hand.
That thing that wasn't good enough for us a few days ago. Can we has now?
Yeah.
Peas?
Welcome to Confederation.
It's a really good thing that we have a Prime Minister that is not as petty and vindictive and mean-spirited and small-minded and vengeful as the people who character and assassinate him every day, again, for likes and clicks and power and cash. Mr. Grizzly, more comments because you knew they were coming. The Danielle Trudeau Singh Alliance.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Because you knew it was coming.
You've got
You knew it was coming. Hey,
yeah.
they spent all the
I
time
know.
building it up. It's gonna. If you're not prepared for it, the wind to turn and for it to fall back onto your face, and you wearing it like an omelet,
Mhm.
it's like, don't put it out there. What else? Let's see, what's the other thing you knew was coming? No, I think those were the ones. Um, I mean, Kit Dan, you need a mind to expand it. Douglas Danielle Smith is a special kind of stupid. Yeah, yeah, she is. Oh, and here's more Danielle stuff that's really fun because as our friend Nate Pike from the Breakdown Alberta says, the one thing that you need to accept that Danielle Smith is just someone who will lie. Mr. Grizzly, would you? This morning, I am at the Alberta Emergency Management Center in Edmonton, actioning. That's like Ivanka's architecturing
Mhm.
or something. Actioning our next steps for the provincial emergency response. More to come. AB wildfire, 10:32 a.m., May 7th, 2023. This morning, I am at.
Oh, wait. No, that was a year ago.
Something 7th, 2022. Maybe May.
They really aren't very smart, are they?
She used a stock photo of herself from, I'm guessing, May 7th, 2022, and said this with her on her phone at the Emergency Management Cabinet Committee, looking like she's working very, very, very hard at solving the current crisis.
Mhm.
They used a stock photo from May 2022. They couldn't get her of one doing it that very morning. Maybe because she wasn't doing it that very
Wow.
morning. I mean, if she actually were doing it, it would be pretty easy. I mean, everybody's got a camera, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, pretty much everybody's walking around with one of these, right? They even could have got it on video.
Yeah.
But no, they needed a stock photo from last year to show what she was doing this morning. Yesterday.
I can't even make it up.
They think we're stupid.
They count on it. They count on it.
They are treating us like we are stupid. They are gleefully treating us like we are stupid.
Mhm.
Why am I banging my head against the microphone, Mr. Grizzly? Because it feels so good when I stop.
Don't start. You don't start.
These people. Okay. Other things that have been happening. That diplomat, Mr. Zhao,
Mhm. Been expelled.
from the Toronto consulate, has been given his packing papers. He has been declared persona non grata by Melanie Joly. And my first thought, okay, was a Q trade war or another 2-for-1 hostage taken. Nope. Turns out that China so far, because the art of war and the long-game players have done a 1-for-1 or retaliation by expelling a Canadian consular agent from Shanghai. Of course, they said that this was absolutely necessary and reciprocal, but they, for some reason, cannot say why it is this specific person had
No, they
to
just
go.
randomly picked a name out of a hat, pretty much.
Um,
The thing is this, I'm concerned about the blowback, and of course the CPC will be making hay out of this one. You
They
didn't
asked
expel
for
him.
this.
They expelled him. You shouldn't have expelled him. What is it? Okay, that's going to happen. Number one. Number two.
Not like that. Ah.
And they're going to do exactly what I want. But that's not how I wanted you to do it. That's exactly what's going to take place. But the other thing is they're going to harp and hum and haw about the retaliation by China when we don't even know what it's going to be. But they're the party that signed us to the FIPA agreement for 31 years.
Yep.
In secret.
Yep. Yeah, we weren't allowed to know a thing. A thing.
A secret deal with the Chinese Communist government
in which we surrendered a nice chunk of sovereignty.
A nice chunk of sovereignty. And if they don't like the deal that we have in place with them, or if they don't like things that we do, they can basically take us to court and sue us. That's the gist of it. I mean, I'm really simplifying it, but that's what it boils down to.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
we've got some major issues here that need to be addressed. I know we can't get out of that deal. We've got 25 years left or something like that.
Something ridiculous like that. Yeah.
So I'll be an old man by the time that's done.
Yep. And speaking of not like that, turns out that the Bank of Canada has announced that they are exploring the idea of a digital dollar.
Mm-hmm.
And are running a public consultation to ask Canadians what it is that they would do with a digital dollar should they have one. And, PP, who's a big fan of the digital dollar, all of a sudden was not like that.
Again, wow.
Quote, as long as I am Prime Minister, you're not Prime Minister yet, so not as long as you're Prime Minister, and you won't be.
As long as I'm Prime Minister, there will be no digital ID forced on people. No central bank digital currency.
Which had all the crowd going, yeah, because they're going, yay, because he's speaking this. They have no clue what it is he's talking about. Because even the people that, most people that hawk Bitcoin don't know.
It was all about the Bitcoin. It was all about the Bitcoin.
So he's okay with digital currency, but not if it's a government issued digital currency.
So he's against GovCoin.
Maybe because there would be rules. Because the Bank of Canada digital dollar would probably follow the same rules as the Bank of Canada actual physical dollar.
GovCoin.
These are the people, right? C11 and the Bitcoin bros. These are the people like no regulation of the internet whatsoever. Wild, wild west. If you propose anything, it's censorship and they're coming down. The government's coming to impose. That's what we're getting with C11 right now, right? I was like, I'm sorry. But no, I know that you want no adults. We want one little corner of safe space of the world where there are no adults in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Again, poodles. There will always be adults in the room.
Period.
Even on the dark web, there are people who are adults monitoring what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
There will always be adults in the room.
Thank goodness for that.
The more quickly you realize that and live accordingly, the better it will be. The less unhappy you will be. I'm so tired of these people.
Yeah.
More interesting news. Consequence culture.
Sorry, that's my exasperation sigh.
I know. Apparently today is Victory Day in Russia, which means that Putin's going to have his military parades again, because that's the day that Russia celebrates its victory over the Nazis in World War II. Mm-hmm. But apparently celebrations are going to be scaled down due to security concerns and lack of military equipment to show off. Oops. Zelensky and the Ukrainians celebrated Victory Day on the 8th this year and wants May 9th to henceforth be known as Europe Day.
Well, because May 8th, yesterday was the anniversary of the ending of World War II. Yesterday.
Yep. So Ukraine celebrated with the Allies, and Russia's doing its own thing, similar to what they did with Orthodox Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
They celebrated regular Christmas this year. A lot of people in Ukraine, and now had their Orthodox Christmas Mass delivered in Ukrainian for the first time ever, rather than Russian. So little symbolic moves here. This one will make you happy. The next two will make you happy. The defense and prosecution have rested in the E. Jean Carroll civil battery, also known as rape, and defamation trial. And it seems that the Trump team has rested without presenting a legal defense whatsoever.
Wow.
Yeah. Many people are saying from the legal community that Dr. Penfield, I smell burnt toast.
Yes.
He's toast.
Yes.
It seems like anyway, we'll wait for the verdict, but it seems that it was so bad that he's probably going down, which makes us happy if that was the case. Also, it seems that Trump friend and sometimes drag queen with which Republicans are okay, Rudy Giuliani, is so broke. How broke is she? She is so broke that he claims he cannot afford to comply with discovery in the defamation suit that Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss brought against him. Now, if those names sound familiar, Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss are the two black people, mother and daughter. I believe Ruby Freeman has been working as a poll worker for something like 40 years or something with elections, that he accused of moving ballots in suitcases, which led to them getting threats and calls from even like P. Diddy's people and saying that they needed to be relocated and brought to a safe place. And I'm wondering what happened once they were relocated and brought to that safe place. Had things thrown through their windows at homes and stuff like that. Yeah, they sued him for defamation because he essentially destroyed their lives.
Completely.
And it turns out that he has said that he has searched the documents in his possession, but no longer has access to many devices and storage locations and other named locations, such as email addresses associated with Giuliani Communications or Giuliani Partners. They're not accessible to him anymore. And the reason for that is, quote, "The Trust Point 1 documents have now been archived. I have endured substantial fees and costs in connection with multiple litigations and investigations." Wonder why that is. And I can no longer afford to pay Trust Point 1 to keep the documents online. It would cost me over $320,000 to become current on my arrearage with Trust Point 1. I do not have the funds to pay this amount at this time, and I'm assuming, darling, you won't have them in the future either because Sugar Daddy Trump has cut you off.
Mm-hmm. How did the man who single-handedly took down the mob in New York City and revamped the entire city and bring the crime rate down to the lowest levels in history in that city, how did he go from that guy to this guy? Like, did he just drink so much of the Trump Kool-Aid that he was completely brainwashed? Because at one point in time, I had respect for the man.
Mm-hmm. Rudy, choices.
Consequences. Look, here come the consequence.
Somebody should have chosen better friends.
That
should have
is,
listened to your mama when she said, "Make sure you pick good friends."
that is a good point, James. He did do that. Yeah, you are correct.
Yes,
Right.
he did. He brought down the crime rate using racism.
He did. Yeah,
he did. Yep. Completely broke. He doesn't have the money. The Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss have spent about 10 months trying to get the discovery docs, and he's not complied. And finally, Special Counselor Jack Smith, the guy from the War Crimes Tribunal background that they brought in, special counsel.
Right.
Yeah, to go through the documents case and anything potentially related to January 6th. He decided that he needed to attend a grand jury hearing proceeding for the first time since it all started, and it just so happens that it was the one at which former Vice President Smooth and Front Ken Mike Pence testified, where he recounted for the first time ever under oath his direct conversations with the Oompa Loompa leading up to January 6, 2021 to a federal grand jury. That Jack Smith decided he should attend and sit in, and for the whole thing, personally. I'm sure he took lots of notes during the 5 hours that Mike Pence testified immediately after receiving the decision from the judge that, yeah, bitch, you have to testify. So, spicy. I'm just saying that when the special counsel takes such an interest in you that he decides that yours is the only testimony that he needs to attend in person and stays there for all of it.
Yeah.
That's not good for you.
It's just all bad. And they're all going to start throwing each other under the bus any chance they get. They're all rats trying to get away from the sinking ship. They'll climb over each other. They don't care. They never did.
That's the fun part.
Oh, yes.
For us. Oh, I'm sorry, Dan. Dan going, language, Douglas, for fuck's sakes, man. Oops, sorry, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. All right.
F-bomb.
Mr. Grizzly, do we have a show?
We do.
All right. And I'm not sure if tonight is the night that the bell may toll for the Leafs.
Well, I'm trying
No, they're not playing tonight.
No, I'm trying to figure out what the hell happened to Edmonton last night. They just completely collapsed.
Right?
Completely.
I was watching the match and it was like somewhere through midway through the second period. I said, yeah, that's enough of that for me.
Done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
I watched till about 10 minutes left in the third and went, I've had enough torture for one evening. And went to bed.
That was and Draisaitl was like, just kept on shooting stuff and hitting the post and hitting the thing. And
Couldn't do anything.
Bouncing off. It's like the guy who couldn't miss the back of the net. It was all everywhere around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kit Saucy, we will have to send flowers to Mr. Grizzly's mom. Sorry for all the... Sorry I had so many F's to give today.
Sometimes it happens.
I really apologize that I had that many F's to give today, but they made me do it.
Sometimes it's necessary. My mom understands that.
Here I am not accepting... You know what? Yes, they made me do it, but I'm still accepting personal responsibility. I had the choice.
Yeah, but true. Yeah.
But I was pushed.
Sometimes
all right.
A surgically planted F-bomb is necessary.
The B slap was invented for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I wish there was like, you want to be Speaker of the House one day? I would like to be the bitch slap laureate.
I didn't know that was a position, but if it is...
I'd just like to line a few people up in a row and just walk by and give one collective... Just smarten up.
I've seen players do that on the bench. Skating by the bench to high five and you miss and hit people in the head. It happens.
I mean, holy crap, man. These people. Anyway, only 23 days left to go in the Alberta. You poor Albertans. I felt so sorry for you.
That's difficult to take, but holy crap.
Albertans, you have our sympathy.
So I know you loved the super long election cycle for a federal election, but
not
this is one of the ones. No,
not this one.
15 days should be more than enough.
We know all we need to know. We saw her for 6 months.
Yeah.
We saw what she's learned while she was in the sin bin. It's like, can we vote now, please?
So I'm going to add a little footnote to all of this. You know how we've seen all the money that Skippy spent, right? And that's all publicly available.
Mm-hmm.
Sheep King JB did a thing about it yesterday, and somebody's like, "Oh, way to cherry pick," and he's like, "Cherry pick." He's only been in
everything
position since September. There's only 2 quarters available. That's all there is to show.
Is that all there is, my friends?
That is all there is.
Then let's keep dancing.
It's not cherry picking when you're showing everything. It's cherry picking if he's been in the position for 5 years and you took 2 quarters. He took all that was available and showed it to us. It's not a cherry pick.
He's my cherry pick. Just, oh my God.
Hey, Janie Lane, rest in peace.
Gotta be such a big dick. Anyway, well, kids, that's the end of this episode of the Daily Beaver Podcast. We hope you loved listening to us because we loved being silly making this for you. And again, I apologize for the F-bombs. Remember that sharing is caring and word of mouth is priceless. Let your peeps know about us. And Miss Sadeka and Mohan, if Mateo and Rain happen to be listening, we are doubly sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. The F-bombs, the B-bombs, the taking the O's out of country. We went there today. We went there. Because democracy is something that you do. Right, Danielle?
Here's a timeline cleanser. There you go. Here's cleansing.
Right, Danielle? What the hell are you doing?
What are you
Pull
doing?
pull back, retreat, something. I don't know.
Call off your attack dogs who are accusing your political opponent of trying to torch the province.
Like literally torch the province.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm not responsible for that.
Yeah, you are.
Fomented this. You gin them up. You chum the waters. You are responsible for this.
Yep. If you really like this podcast, you can find us on Crier Media Network as well as all Beaver Grizzly friendly platforms. Stars and reviews are appreciated. We love to hear from you, so please reach us on our Facebook at True North Eager Beaver, our Twitter feed at True Eager, or by email at truenortheagerbeaver@gmail.com. You can subscribe via our podpage.com/The True North Eager Beaver, with a hyphen between each one of those words in lowercase, and we will come to you when we have something fresh off the bandwidth. Why not also subscribe to our True North Eager Beaver Media Incorporated YouTube channel? That helps us out big time. We are a quarter of a way to the first 1,000 that we are seeking. So thank you very much, kits. We appreciate it. And please tell your friends to keep on smashing those buttons. We can't do this without your kind and generous support. So if you feel that we've done a particularly good show, swear in today. Or if you want to bribe us to swear less, you can scan the QR code that Mr. Grizzly will put up there, and that will bring you to our emergency coffee, hot chocolate, Guinness, swearing, reprogramming, and re-education fund. And if you're listening, you can let your fingers do the walking and go to ko-fi.com/eagerbeaver, one word, lowercase letters, to make your donation there. Well, that's me from the Beaver Lodge. This is your Eager Beaver saying, until next time, dear kits, it can be a tough world out there, so please be kind to and gentle with yourselves, and particularly if you live in Alberta, be very, very kind and gentle with yourselves, because first of all, the province is on fire and there's way too much cray going on. Yeah. Just saying. Mr. Grizzly, do you have some words of wisdom for us?
Yeah, this is going to sound particularly timely. Remember to hold your MPs, MPPs, and MLAs' feet to the fire for the lying, for the misconstruing of facts, for the cherry picking of facts to paint a narrative. Tell them it's not acceptable. We want all the facts, even the ones that make the people you may or may not support look bad. Facts are important. So let's hold their feet to the fire, especially Danielle Smith's.
Yeah, because right now everything's on fire but her pants. Yeah. And they should be.
They should be. And
they should be burning so hot that they're making her dance. Mm-hmm. Mr. Grizzly, please roll the credits, and thank you, kits, for all the kind words about the swearing, and I appreciate it.
You are listening to a True North Eager Beaver Media Podcast. The True North Eager Beaver podcasts are proudly brought to you by our founding sponsors, the Miss V Mysteries from Corvid Moon Publishing, your source for science fiction, fantasy, and cozy mysteries featuring a broad diversity of characters. CanadianTarot.com, your uniquely Canadian online eclectic tarot community and forum. And the Peppermaster, hot pepper sauces made from fresh farm ingredients to thrill your taste buds and expand your mind.
I have to dance it off. I have to make like Taylor and shake it off, baby. I have to make like Taylor and shake it off.
That makes sense. I hear you.
All right, kitties. Have a beaverific day.
See ya.